What is going on, beauties and gents? Let me make sure y'all can hear me okay before I go on and on and on. I think we are live. What's going on, beauties and gents? Welcome. If you are new, you're definitely going to love it here. And welcome back if you are not new to these accountability calls every 2 weeks or so. I am Carla, aka Simply C Silver. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to our bi-weekly accountability call where we share our health journey, encourage each other, and challenge each other to be our best selves and hold each other accountable. So, this is weight loss journey number 4 for me. Okay. And this is the last time I plan on ever having to lose this weight again. And to me, that just means committing to a lifestyle of fasting, balance, posting, and keeping myself accountable to you as well as myself. But look, July is over and August is definitely here with all of its challenges and all of its challenges, if I can get it out. And y'all already know I don't like to keep y'all long, so we are going to jump right into it, okay? So let's reflect a little bit and go over the last 2 weeks. So I was able to fast every day, which I am extremely grateful for. However, I was not able to fast as long as I normally do. And I have a few ideas as to why my mind and body just weren't cooperating. And I'm definitely going to share those ideas with you. So for me, I'm thinking it was because I had just completed a 4-day fast and my mind and body just weren't with the program. Maybe it was because I was feeling a little bit of anxiety because I was on the verge of being alone with two babies for an entire week. Okay. Maybe it's because my cycle is about to come on, but I know from past experiences that when I have events or trips or presentations coming up, I tend to unconsciously self sabotage myself. And I'm glad that's something I'm definitely aware of because if you don't know that's what you're doing to yourself, then how can you correct it? And I know, knowing just myself and being on this journey, well, the fourth time that I tend to self sabotage. So let's continue. During week 1, I was able to fast for 45 hours one day, trying to get back on my every other day fasting routine, but it just was not happening. And every day after that, I was able to fast anywhere from 16 hours to 21 hours for the remaining days. For the most part, I ate at least one meal every day during this past first week. Okay. During week 2, I was out of town in Pennsylvania every single day. I had my son and I had to babysit three nieces for 4 or 5 full days, I think it was. My nieces included a 13-year-old, her sister, the smaller two's older sister, a 2-year-old, and a 7-month-old. So there was plenty with the traveling and the taking care of kids. Look, I tried the cooking thing, but cooking and handling two babies was just not happening. Okay. So eating out was definitely a big part of week 2. Okay. So for me, I found myself fasting about 12 hours every day, mostly. You know how how you are. Well, I am. I mean, I know a lot of mothers that tend to be that way too. But when they have smaller kids, I mean, personally, I don't like to waste no money. So I'm finishing off food and snacks that I didn't want to, waste because the 2-year-old didn't want to eat it. And y'all know, once again, I don't like wasting no money. So I also ate breakfast with my son and my oldest niece every single day during that week. And to be honest, I wasn't getting much rest that night. And I was quickly reminded of how many times babies wake up in the middle of the night looking for their pacifier. Okay. So we had plenty of pacifiers on deck. And look, I was waking up every time they moved, and they were waking up looking for a passy or container of milk every few hours. Okay. So you can see some of the pics of the kiddos on my TikTok at Simply C Silver. I'll also post a link in the description box because they are definitely some cute, very good babies. And my oldest niece, look, she was very helpful, but look, she trying to get her sleep too. 13-year-olds as well as my son. Let's just say they are not trying to deal with the little ones. Too much, but they were very helpful. Whenever I asked them to hold the baby or the 2-year-old, they would do it. But after a while, it was like, okay, you ready to take her? But look, God is definitely good. And they didn't do me too bad, but during the day, while they were at daycare, because I took their little hind parts to daycare, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But while they were there, my main focus was definitely sleep. So walking at the track was definitely a help because it tired out the 2-year-old. And my main focus every single day was, if I'm not going to eat the best, at least make sure I get in my steps and get in, some activity. And I believe that was the only thing that kept me gaining a load of weight. Praise Jesus. So let's talk progress and growth. So for me, I'm doing very well at pushing the button. Even if it's just 12 hours, even if it's just 10 hours, I make sure I push the button. My fasting is consistent. I do fast just, yeah, I think I've only missed a handful of days of not fasting at all. Um, but yeah, this past 2 weeks, I definitely fasted every day, even if it was just 12 hours, and getting at least 8,000 steps in every day, 5 to 6 days out of the week. I did measure this week, and look, the measurements did not change. My chest is still at 40.75 inches. My belly is still at 35.25 inches. My hips are still at 45 inches. And honestly, I feel like I'm at a standstill. So for the past month or so, I've been hovering around 180, 185. I'm really trying to hit that 179. But look, it's gonna make me work for it. I'm not gonna say it's not coming. It's gonna make me work for it. And I'm willing to, challenge myself and fight for that 179 just to get over that hump of the 180s. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. It's a journey, and I'm learning my body as that study of one. And I feel like with this being day 85, 86 for me, I'm really going to have to do some extended fasting in order to get my numbers to move. And I'm okay with that. But I definitely have to get my mind right for those extended fasts. But I'm definitely nervous because I do have another trip planned in this, next 2 weeks. Yet still, the progress must go on even with the challenges. And I look forward to just paying attention to my body as we continue the next 2 weeks. Okay. So let's talk. need for improvement. You can see I can still do better with making strength training a priority. The first week, look, I was on that strength training like every day, just like my walking. But week number two with the kiddos, look, strength training was non-existent. My workouts consisted of just walking, and I'm happy with that. But next week, I want to make sure I definitely get back in that strength training. But I will say, before I went out of town. But it was on point. So giving myself kudos for that and being grateful for, what I did do, not just saying, look, I just need to do better all the way around. I did good. But there is room for improvement. I can also incorporate one extended fast a week to see if that helps with my numbers. So just for me, I can that improvement, strength training, and an extended fast every week. So instead of doing a full day of fasting, I plan on incorporating 2 full days of fasting. Okay. So I'll go ahead and let the cat out the bag. I weighed in this morning at 185.0 pounds before I left my babysitting extravaganza. I was at 184.8 pounds, and that is with Lady in Red coming into town any day now. And with all that I was eating, honestly, I was expecting to see myself at 190 because I seem to just when I'm not eating right or fasting as long as I have been in the beginning, my weight seems to drift upwards towards that 190. But to say I was eating kind of, I mean, pretty much whatever I wanted for the past week, I only gained zero point 0.2 pounds. Look, and with Lady in Red coming in town, I'll take it. Okay. So with a zero point 0.2 pound weight gain with all the snacks, I would contribute that to getting into some fasting, even if it wasn't as much as I normally do, and walking pretty much every day. And these kids, look, they keep you busy. Okay. And I know for some, just a side note, sometimes I know for me, although I do it, I do take walking for granted because um, in the past, I used to do a lot of strength training, and I know what strength training I do is like and what it has done for my body in the past. So you may think that walking doesn't do much, but it really does. Like my buns feel pretty good. Like they're not I'm not sore from walking, and sometimes I feel like okay, I'm just walking even though I'm getting in a good sweat, but your body really is doing something. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about some of the benefits of just simply walking that we may take for granted, and some things you might can do to help it to be more enjoyable for you. So and these are benefits that I have seen for myself. Okay, so not something people suggest all the time or share, but benefits from walking that I've seen is full body toning. Although I haven't lost much weight at all, I've had two people this past week ask me if I'm losing weight, and we all know that I'm not losing no weight. So it must be the walking and the little bit of strength training that I have been doing that's helping me to look more toned. So I will definitely say that full body toning is in the box for being one of the benefits of walking. I also say that walking improves your mood, your cognition, your memory, and sleep. Because I know when I walk, shoot, I'll be ready for a good night's sleep. Give me some water, give me an Trim packet, and I am good to go. And walking really soothes your mind. Like it soothes my mind. Like it just gives me time to think if I feel like thinking. If I want to listen to something soothing, some music, like it just takes my mind off things. Breathing in that fresh air, getting a little vitamin D, like although my journey isn't going specifically the way that I want it to, I'd say the walking really helps me to just calm down, concentrate on my consistency, and just puts me in a better mood knowing that I did something for myself. And walking and working out and treating your body to some good sweat, some good activity is a part of self-care. Like, and I feel that I need that, especially with some of the jobs, the stressful jobs that we have. Like, you need to just de-stress, and walking helps with that. And that leads me to my third benefit of simple walking, which is reduce stress and tension. Like, although I like to walk when I'm on my treadmill, I like to walk on an incline for the last 1,000 steps. So when I get to 7,000 steps, I automatically take my incline like at a 5 incline or higher. And that gives me that good sweat at the end, and it tightens up my stomach, my buns, my legs, and I just feel like that helps me to reduce stress. Okay. And that leads me to the fourth benefit, which is improving muscular endurance. Like, I don't hold on to my treadmill even when I'm walking on the streets. Um, there's nothing to hold on to. So that's your muscles, your body weight that you are using to walk up those hills, to keep your legs moving one step at a time in front of you. And I feel like that's really like helping me to continue looking better in my clothes. Even though my weight is fluctuating, my clothes are still fitting either the same or a little better. Like, I don't know what it is. The walking is definitely helping me to look more toned, to get some muscle. Even though when I'm doing it, I don't feel like I'm doing nothing. But look, that muscular endurance is definitely happening underneath the skin. So if you haven't incorporated walking into your routine, just start with a simple 5 minutes. And as you feel it and you breathe in that cool air and that sweat is coming out of your pores, you're going to want to do it a little longer. Like, 5 minutes is going to turn into 10 minutes. 10 minutes is going to turn into 15 minutes. And even if it doesn't, you do that 5 minutes until your body, your mind is ready to move on to more time. Okay. And my last benefit that I personally see is increasing my energy levels. Like, when I get off the treadmill, I'm ready to do something else. Let's clean up this house. Let's go ahead and cook dinner. Let's go ahead and get some things done, because it's like I did something for myself. I feel good. My mood is good. My son want to play and get kissy poos and all this other stuff, but it's not so, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I can take it. You know what I'm saying? So walking, even though it feels like you may not be doing nothing, especially if you walk on a flat road, you are doing something. So keep it up. I encourage you to incorporate that into your self-care routine, and just start off with 5 minutes and move up from there whenever you're ready. And four things you can do to make it more enjoyable. Okay. So personally, I walk alone. But one of the tips I could give to making walking more enjoyable is walking with a friend, a neighbor, or a walking group. But I would also say, as a disclaimer, don't be afraid to go walking alone either, because we as a group are looking for consistency in our health journey. And sometimes you aren't always going to have someone as dedicated as you to walk with you every single day. So it's nice to have someone walking with you, but don't be afraid to go by yourself, okay? I'd also suggest listening to a good book, or for me, I'm on the treadmill after I get off work, so getting my last few steps in. So I watch a movie while I'm on the treadmill. So listen to a good book, listen to a good sermon, listen to inspirational podcast. I know when I first started listening to podcasts, I would listen to the Jen Stevens intermittent fasting success stories podcast. And that kept me encouraged, that kept me interested, that kept my mind off of how long I was walking. And it was really, really helpful just to um, fill your mind with something else besides the task of walking, because it helps you to walk a little longer if you're, trying to get past that 5 minute hump or something of that nature. I would also say number three, vary your routine, such as taking a different route, walk somewhere new. Maybe walk a little faster for a few minutes, then slow down and repeat the cycle if you're using a treadmill, or vary your inclines if you're on a treadmill. But that's also very keep it enjoyable if you don't do the same thing every single day. Okay. I also say making it more enjoyable, just stay motivated and stick with it. Walking is better than no workout at all. Okay. Just Carla's 2 cents for today. Cool beans. So, drum roll, please. Let's get into this fit check, okay? So, these pics are from this morning. This is the backside. I weighed in at 185 pounds even. The back rolls, which you already know I am super serious about, are still there, but we are working on that. So, we ain't even gonna dwell on them back rolls, okay? This is the side, work in progress, but you know me, I ain't giving up and I don't want you to give up either. What is going on, Chandra, girl? Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to learn to swim. And I said when I cut my locks, I was going to learn how to swim. And look, I cut my locks and they're almost grown back to the length they were before I said I would cut them. But swimming is definitely something I want to learn. And I think I'm kind of scared of learning to swim because I feel like I'm too heavy for myself. Like when I was smaller, I was a runner. Um, yeah, I would call myself a runner, even though it wasn't long distance. It ain't country running, but I could run a good 3 miles straight. Okay. So I was a runner. And right now, I can't even run because my chest is too heavy for myself. And I don't know if y'all know, but big chest hurt. Okay. So I think that's why I won't learn to swim right now. Why I have a fear of learning to swim because I feel like I'm too heavy for myself. So that's something I'm going to have to work on. But I definitely, well, yeah, I can't. I bet you I will float too. I will float on my back, but on my front end, look, I don't think I can float on my stomach. I know I can do it on my back. I don't know if people float on their stomach, but that's something we can try out. Can't hold my breath for but that long, but yeah, it's definitely a work in progress and something that I want to learn to do is swim, and something my son needs to continue to work on too because he took swimming lessons when he was a baby. He still knows how to swim, um, but it's something I want him to keep doing. I don't want him to forget it. And it's something that'll keep him in shape as well. So this is the side work in progress. I'm not giving up and I don't want you to give up either. Okay. And the game plan for the next 2 weeks. Challenge yourself to do just a little better. I'm challenging myself to an extended fast this week. And if I find myself getting antsy because of my trip coming up, look, the plan is to slow down, get some rest, and keep everything to a minimum. And I don't, like I told you, I have a tendency to sabotage when I know an event is coming up or a presentation or, something of that nature. So just calm down and maybe get some rest. But that might be a day when I just need to pick my son up something and come home because when I'm doing too much is I won't say open season, but it I don't know how to say it. Like it makes me want to eat things that I'm not supposed to eat or push the button to stop my fast sooner than what I would like. So slow down, get some rest. If I'm antsy before my workout, then forget the workout and just go to sleep. Get some rest. Okay. So let's continue to push that button. I do use the Fastic app. If y'all would like to follow each other using that Fastic app, the link is in the description box. And I'm going to continue to post my fast as well as my eating choices on my social media and continue to keep in mind my incentive outfit. Now you've seen this one again, this still, and look, until I get my hips in this thing, I am gonna continue to keep this as my incentive outfit. And I only got a chance to put my buns in this outfit one time, okay? But it is on and popping, and I'll be back in it soon. Okay. Ooh, a fruit day. Okay, thank you, Chandra. I really appreciate that. You look, we've talked about my struggles at least, and some of your struggles quite a bit. But yeah, I'm not giving up, and I'm just gonna keep doing it. And I'm glad that you are here to do it with me. Okay, so try a fruit day. That's a good idea. I might I do like fruits, so maybe I want to incorporate the extended fast too. So maybe I'll fast Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday do a fruit day, and then Thursday and Friday still fast, or Thursday fast and Friday another fruit day. Hmm, I may do it that way. So that's an extended fast and a fast in between two feeding days. I like that idea. Okay, so accountability. This is your chance to hold yourself accountable. Tell us how you're doing, share the things you are doing well or even struggling with. This is your chance to ask questions if you have any, and I will give you a moment. Have you incorporated fruit days lately, Chandra? Let me know in the chat. I definitely enjoy like hearing about how y'all are doing out there too, because it helps me to feel like we're doing this together, not, just me. And I like feeling like we're together as a group working on our health journey. And look, accountability is very important. That's where a lot of people seem to fail in their journeys, or why it doesn't seem to be consistent all the way to what your goal is. And we all know it's a never ending journey. Even when you're maintaining is another journey. It's continuing the journey to maintenance. Okay. So you can't just go back to what you were doing. You have to continue doing what you have been doing to get where you are. So it's not an ending journey. It's something we have to continue to do forever. Yeah. Hey, hey, sis. That's my sister. Hey, Cheryl. Ooh, a lot of nuts and avocados. How has that been going for you, Chandra? I like avocados too. Nuts, I seem to go overboard on them, so I tend not to do nuts. But yeah, definitely I'm gonna incorporate that fruit day next week. And I look forward to sharing it with y'all. So going once, I've been having issues finding fruits with seeds. Oh yeah, you might have to go to the watermelon lady on New Bern Avenue in Raleigh. She has watermelons with seeds, soursop, mangoes with seeds, nectarines, a lot of different fruits with seeds. Yeah, girl. Oh, and I'm glad you said that. That digestive system, look, if you do not have a regular digestive system, which I didn't in the past, and it's getting better with fasting, but the week while I was eating some of everything, digestion was like it wasn't happening. I was not going to the bathroom like I was supposed to. Like, yeah, it just wasn't happening. And that's probably another reason why my weight is up. But I'm actually happy with my weight. To say I only gained zero point 0.2 pounds in a week, eating like I was, like it was so bad. Like and like the kids and taking care of the babies and getting where they need to be and getting them on a schedule. Like taking pictures was non-existent. Okay, let's just say that. And I wouldn't say like I was eat like I have time to eat all day, but it's little snacks that I open for the 2-year old or buy bananas for her or oranges for her that she didn't eat or wouldn't eat the whole thing. Like I'm not wasting a banana. I ain't wasting an orange. I'm about to eat this orange, okay? And breakfast with the 13-year olds. That was probably Chick-fil-A just about every day. I know think 2 or 3 mornings we went to Chick-fil-A, and another morning we went, I don't remember where we went, but it was eating out breakfast. Yeah. But as soon as I got back home, I did take a good bathroom break. But I know there's more that needs to come out, and I'm sure with getting back on track that is it's gonna come. But I definitely appreciate y'all sharing. Um, let's say going once, going twice, gone, gone, and more gone. Thank you all for joining me so much. I really, really, really appreciate it. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate y'all being here with me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell and hold yourself accountable. Our next accountability call is Sunday, August 25th at 7 p.m. And that's right after my next trip. So so you'll get to see and hear how that went as well. So put it on your calendar. I'd love to see you there, and I will see you on the next one. Happy fasting. Bye.